Welcome back, you beautiful people. Today we're going to dive into one of the most thrilling tricks in mountain biking, the backflip. This trick is a more advanced one. It's all about skill, confidence, and a little bit of daring. But don't worry, we're going to break this trick down step by step, and we're going to ask some of the pros for a few pro tips. So stick around, it's going to get flipping nuts. I've always said the backflip is one of the easiest tricks to learn, but the hardest thing about this trick is confidence because you're going upside down. So I'm going to ask a few pros, see how easy it is. Here with Tom Isted, how hard is it to learn a backflip?
It's not hard, they're probably one of the easiest tricks to do.
Weirdly, it is actually the easiest trick you can do. You've probably said that already.
Yes. How easy is a flip?
Easiest trick you can do.
Boom.
Funny fact, the backflip is actually one of the most easy tricks that you can do.
It's easy.
Scary, but it's not so hard.
It's actually quite easy. It's much easier than a 360.
They're just very high consequence. So as long as you're confident in doing it, and you probably best do it on a foam pit or an airbag or something else, but it's a commitment thing more than anything. As long as you commit to actually doing a backflip, you're fine. Because if you don't commit, that's when it goes wrong.
But the first time probably spinning it over your head is the hardest.
Because you just follow the ramp and look backwards. It sounds ridiculous.
It depends on the features. On a jump, it's super chill, but like say on a flat drop, then that's when the technique comes into full play.
All you have to do is just concentrate and not get scared.
If you follow the steps, it should be an easy thing to learn, especially if you have like nice foam pit airbag and stuff like that. If you follow the process, it can be a one-day thing.
Really, I've taught people that can't really even jump properly to flip, and it's really that easy. So all of you watching, go try it immediately.
First up, preparation. Make sure you're super comfortable with your jumping skills. You understand how the jump works. Find a jump that's perfect for you. You've practiced this jump over and over again, and you're super comfortable with it. Most of us don't even think about doing a backflip or even want to fathom doing one. So this is an insight on how to do a backflip, but for the most of us that are watching this video and I want to do one, this is how you do it. Right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. When you're coming into the jump, you want to come in with enough speed to carry you through the flip. Aim for a smooth and controlled approach. Right, Toby Miley's coming in with trail speed. Trail speed is key when it comes to the flip. He just did the craziest flip ever. Whoa. You don't want to overdo it at this point because coming in too fast will end up over-jumping the jump or even panicking and pulling too hard and over-rotating the flip. Trust me, it doesn't end well. I've been there. Now, as you approach the takeoff, this is when you want to squat the bike down, preload your suspension, driving the bike up the lip. As soon as your bike starts to take off, this is when you want to lean back, look up over into the sky, pull on the bars slightly, give a nice good tug on it, look over, but continue to look over your back. So I've explained how to do the takeoff, but here's a pro tip from Nicholi Rogatkin with the perfect pro tip.
So basically you just gotta follow the jump, because the jump, if you look at the curvature of most jumps, it kind of wants you to do a flip. So you gotta be patient, and then in the right moment, you gotta kind of keep your eyes on the end of the takeoff and not like put your head back too fast, because that'll like make you miss the timing of the flip potentially. So keep your eyes on the end of the takeoff, try to keep your head straight, and then in that moment, at the end of the kicker, just boom, nice pull. The legs are gonna do their thing, gonna lean back a little bit, and should come around.
Boom, thank you very much. Depending on the size of the jump, all depends on how much you pull. A smaller jump, you want to pull harder on the bars to get the rotation. The bigger the jump, the less you pull on the bars because of how slow you want to rotate. Once you're in the air, it's all about control and commitment. Commitment is key at this point. Keep your eyes on the landing and use your body to guide the rotation. Tuck your knees in and bring the bars to your chest to help the bike rotate faster. Or likewise, push your bars out away from you and you can slow down the rotation. This will maintain the balance. Remember to keep your head and shoulders aligned with the bike. If you feel yourself rotating too fast or too slow, use small adjustments on your body to control the flip. Pull in to speed up for the flip, or push out to slow the flip down. Now, to get a grasp on what I mean about pulling the bars in or pushing out, take a look at this double flip. You can see with the first rotation, they are pulling so hard and tucking the bike right in. Their body is completely onto their top tube and on their bars. And on the second rotation, you can see them open up to slow down the second rotation so they can land perfectly. Now, landing and recovery. Now, this is where you're a mid-flip. You're fully stretched out, you're looking back, you're spotting your landing. When you spot your landing, this is where you want to straighten up your arms, straighten up your legs slightly, not too much, because you want to absorb the impact. As soon as you see the landing, this is where you want to just drive the bike onto the landing. Now, you want to keep your body weight quite central to the bike, because that will give you the perfect control on the landing. If you feel yourself over the bars slightly, that means you under-rotating. This is when you want to speed up the flip slightly by pulling on the bars. Now, if you feel like you are going to nosedive into the landing or land nose heavy, this is where you pull on the bars, bring the bars into your chest. This will speed up the flip and control it so you can land two wheels. Likewise, if you feel like you're over-rotating, you can feel yourself rotating too quick in the air, exactly open up the flip to slow it down. Now, you can see this by, as soon as you spot the landing, you're starting to rotate away from your landing. This is where you just want to stretch out completely and get ready to grab that rear brake, because if you don't, it's a sudden loop out on the landing, which is never nice. You land on your back. But hey, these things that happen. It's practice, practice, practice. I've given you a few tips and I've broken down how to do the backflip, and I did promise you a few pro tips from some of the best riders in the world in slopestyle and freeride. So here we go.
Pro tips for a flip. Try to spot your back wheel. You'll never spot it, but that means your head will be in the right position as you go out the takeoff.
Don't pull back before the end of the kicker, because if you pull back too early, you might like seat bounce or something and then do a front flip. So up, far away from the kicker, pull as much as you want, but not in the actual kicker. Wait for the end of it.
Pro tip is just look where you want to go.
Spot your landing.
Spot your landing. If you look forward, you're not gonna spin backwards.
Exactly. So. Exactly. How long does it take you to learn one?
I think 4 sessions. First started on wood, that didn't go very well, broke a lot of bike parts, and then went to a foam pit and then did it within like 40 minutes.
My only tip is if you're going to do it in a foam pit, don't let go of the bike. So if you go onto your back and you let go of the bike, you're going to land on your back in the foam pit and the bike's going to hit you in the head. That's 10 times out of 10 what happens. But if you hold on, you just land on your back on your bike. So that's my top tip. And then you just got to stay calm, really. Like, you are going to go upside down, but it's like if you go on a roller coaster and you go upside down, it doesn't actually feel like you're upside down. You just sort of do it and you just got to stay calm, and yeah, then you'll do it first go.
So you've landed the trick, you landed, you've got a full body rush of excitement. This is where you scream your loudest. It's natural to feel like a huge gain of adrenaline. Just gain yourself, scream a little bit more, high five your mates, and act like a bunch of crazy wild apes in the wild, because it's natural. High five, you just landed a backflip. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully these tips have helped you understand how to do a backflip. Remember, it's all about being safe. Do it in a foam pit, do it on trampoline if you have access to these parks, because they are very crucial and key to keeping you safe when doing a backflip. It's not for the faint-hearted. Yes, it's easy, but it can be very detrimental when it comes to a crash. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna go do some backflips and I'm gonna go ride with my mates. See ya.